Now that I've got the wheels on the axles, or on the axle, I needed a body. And this is the body that I chose. It's a Gorilla cart. It's just the what do you call it? The plastic tub. I didn't want four-wheel, and I looked around, and that was the only one that really met my requirements for length and width and toughness. So, get it out of the crate here. I looked at wooden ones, I looked at steel ones, and really the Gorilla was the best of the bunch. So there's my tub. So the way it's going to go, as I see it, this is going to be the front. There's going to be a handle. I'll show you the handle later. And then this is going to bolt to a subframe, which is then welded to the axle. And I'm intending on, right about here, cutting that whole back end off, which will then make it open like a pickup bed. So anyway, that's what I'm going with. I think that's going to work out very nicely, because you can take a look inside. It's going to be tough, real tough. Okay, here's the layout of the frame. I took those two 36-inch pieces of 1-inch angle iron that I got at Lowe's, and I cut them to two 36-inch pieces for the length and two 23-inch pieces for the width. Now I've just got to take them, flip them over, and weld them, and then they will go onto that tub, because I've got the tub all measured. I'm probably not going to be using the factory holes, except for along here. Those I'm going to, but the others, no. I'm just going to come down that channel on both sides and bolt it. Now, to get the 90-degree angles exact, it really helps to have one of these magnetic welding guides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tack it there, then I'll be able to flip it over and weld it on the inside, and it will be solid. Now I'm going to tack that edge right now. Just like that. Then I'll be able to flip it over and weld it. I guess I probably better do that top too. There we go. That's good enough to hold it. What I'm going to do, weld that inside, take out the guide, and then just weld it. A little bit of wind and it's blowing my gas away, so it's spitting a little bit. but that's good enough. So I've just got the last corner to do, and I'll be good to go. Get my helmet on here. There we go. Done and done. Now with the frame all welded, this is roughly how it's going to set on the bottom of the tub. Okay, here's the hardware that I've got for the trailer. It's all stainless steel except for these zinc washers. So I've got 5/16 by 1 inch bolts, 95 cents a piece. These are 5/16 by 1 1/4, 99 cents. I've got 5/16 stainless nylox, 79 cents a piece. I could not find 5/16 stainless washers, so I've got 8 mil. Best I can do. Those are 59 cents a piece. We got 5/16 black zinc fender washers because I couldn't find stainless fender washers. They're $1.29 each. And then I've got a wire lock pin that is stainless steel, not zinc or chrome or galvanized or whatever. And that was $14.49. Now, what I intend to do, I've got 2 factory holes here, and I'm going to drill those from when I flip it over. So then I'm going to put 1 bolt there, 1 bolt there, 1 there, and 1 there. So those 4 I'm going to drill down that way. Then when I get it bolted, then I can flip it over and I can catch the 2 factory holes. Then I take the whole thing apart and put the frame on the axles that you see in the background. So I got the first bolt in. So now I'm going to drill the second one. I'm drilling 1/64 over so that I got plenty of slop. Make sure it fits. All right, bounce around. There. Now all I got to do is put the bolt in from the other side, put the nut on it. And as you can see, I got the bolt from the bottom coming up and the nut on. Okay, now that the 4 bolts are in, you can see them. Those 2 holes right there, I've got to drill down through. There. That's the last one. So this bolt, clean all this plastic out of the way, should fit right down like that. And I can put the nut on. To attach this frame to the axle assembly, I took that scrap 1-inch piece of pipe and I made a mark, and then I circled it, and I'm going to hot wrench that off, and then that will set down on the axle of the wheel assembly, and I can MIG it in. Now what I've got here is I've got it centered, and it happens to be 6 5/8 between the end and there and the end and here. Then I've got my 90-degree angle magnet to make sure that it's 90 degrees to this. Then I'll weld it. I'll weld that, and then I'll have the basic frame. That should be good enough that I can remove that and weld the other side. Well, there it is. It's not great welding, but it'll hold. The wind is blowing my gas away, so that's why it's spitting. But it's good enough. I got to weld the other side. It's not going to go anywhere. And there's the chassis fully welded, top and bottom. Ugly welds, but they'll hold. Darn wind. So anyway, now I got to see about the tow hitch, because that's got to get put on. Now I want you to notice those welds on the frame. Yesterday when I was welding, it was spitting a lot, and I assumed it was because I was outside and the wind was blowing. Well, what had happened was I wasn't getting good gas flow. So this morning I re-welded all of the welds, made sure that I had good gas flow, and guess what? It looks a whole lot better. I don't know whether it's any stronger, but it looks a whole lot better. So that's what I do, is I just re-welded it because it really looked bad. And there is the chassis welded. You can see the tube that I've got for the tow bar. And the welds are a whole lot nicer now that I've got the gas flow problem taken care of for the MIG.